And the differences within just this month have been just astounding. What are you doing today, Maureen? Well, it's the middle of July and it's time to do a farm tour. I am doing both farms for this video. We're gonna start with my garden away from home. I went off to a wedding for 5 days. So I was here 6 days ago and took a little video and things looked pretty good. And we did a poo-poo juice and did some watering. My farm sitters, they came out and did the watering just before I got home and took a little video and it was looking amazing. I haven't seen it up close and personal, so we're gonna get to see it together. The owner, he put in all this deer fencing. So it's great because it keeps the deers out, but sadly doesn't keep the bunnies out. Wow! It is absolutely amazing. Gotta see this. Look at it. Everything is absolutely stunning. Wow. It's quite amazing what a little poo-poo juice and a few days will do. So we do have some zucchini fruiting. Oh, there's a big one there. We're gonna have to do some cutting, taking it with us. Looks like we've got some nice yellow patty pans coming. This is the patty pan row. That is the zucchini row. So I think I'm gonna be coming every couple of days to pick zucchinis. Look at this amazing barrage. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's even got a little pollinator coming and taking some. Beautiful. Here's our potato row. We came and put straw down, and whatever coffee sacks I had, I came and covered just to help combat the weeds. Here is the garlic that I planted, so it's looking really amazing. Here's the onions. They're looking great. I came and planted some peppers in here. They're doing okay, but they haven't been here that long. Corn, again, not so great. I planted a lot of corn in here, so I am actually going to put some more corn in here, hoping that it will beef it up a little bit. So potatoes from this side, that other barrage there. Look at how gorgeous that is. Absolutely fabulous pollinator. So this is from the other side of the garden. And we did throw wildflowers in here, but I'm thinking they didn't really take. So I've brought some sugar pumpkins and another volunteer squash that we're gonna put in here. So while you weren't looking, I went and planted some more corn, because one of the things when growing corn is that they need to be in groups of 4. And because mine were so split up, I just thought I should just add a few more. Now, will they take or not? I don't know. And I had planted a lot of corn when I did plant it, but we were still having those temperatures where it was like daytime temperatures were like nighttime temperatures. I think it didn't get a chance to germinate because there was no heat. Now, you know, today it's, I think it's 25 degrees Celsius, and we have had some 29s over the past week. So I'm hoping that this corn will, you know, grab a hold and catch up to the corn that's already growing. I did put some poo-poo juice on, and then also, while you weren't looking, I also planted 3 sugar pie pumpkins and also that volunteer squash, and again gave them some poo-poo juice. The one thing that was not so good about this farm is the fact that the water table was so high through the winter months, so the ground all flooded and I lost all the garlic. But the great thing about it right now is, again, that water table is so high, so just a little bit of the surface kind of dries out, but as soon as you dig down, it's beautiful and moist. I only come out and water about once a week. I did pick one zucchini. He's just, you know, kind of little, you know, kind of medium size, but I thought I'm not coming back out for another couple of days, and in those couple of days he's gonna grow even bigger. There was quite a few that do need to be picked, but I think I'm going to wait to pick them at the end of the week. And when I'm selling my bread, I can also offer people if they want to purchase some zucchini. So I will pick them, you know, in the next couple of days for Saturday. I also did a little bit of weeding with the weeds. Again, the soil is so fabulous that they just come out super easy. There is one that I do need to dig out with a garden tool, but once I just loosen the soil, it pops right out and it's fabulous. With the square, we did plant some wildflowers, but I can't tell between a weed and a wildflower. So I think just bringing the stirrup hoe or a Dutch hoe out, it'll be nothing to mow them down. They pop out so easy. But I did see a lot of plantain out there, and so I would like to come back and pick that plantain for Marissa. And so to continue with the tour, let's go home. And at my urban farm, things are looking amazing. Let's take a closer look. So in June, I think this grape was about half the size, and it is just doubled. And we've got grapes coming along beautifully. This is the red grape. Lots of grapes here and there. So that is awesome. The doll baby watermelons, they are finally starting to branch out, which is great. This is the Rudbeckia, great pollinator, but I tucked in a couple of sugar pumpkins. They're starting to come out as well, because I think someone forgot to plant sugar pumpkins for this year. And these doll baby watermelons, we're gonna let them sprawl over where the potatoes were. My giant watermelon is still not giant. Nope. These white seedless grapes, they are just clustering out beautifully. Look at that. We are just gonna be happily eating grapes. And taking a look from here to compare it to June's, that's like night and day. Woohoo! We'll be taking a closer look in a minute. But in here, we took out half of the potatoes, as these ones were planted up in March, along with the ones that were in the garlic bed. We pulled all of those potatoes, the red and white. So with the Ruth Stout method, these were planted into straw. So when we just move around the straw, there's our potatoes. Look at this. Look at this. Incredible. You know, and they're just right there, close to the surface, all ready to go. Gorgeous. And I'm happy to say we got 52 pounds of potatoes. That's the biggest amount that I've ever gotten. And using that Ruth Stout method has been fantastic. With the honeydew melons, they're starting to get big. With the gala melons, that one is starting to reach out, which is great. But it is coming, they are coming a little bit slow, but that's okay. Mama has patience. Cantaloupes, not looking the best. Actually, I think this one is here starting to climb, so we are getting one. I'm gonna have to see with this other one that's over here to see if he's tangled up. But check out these squashes. In June, these plants were just reaching the bag, and now look at them. I can't tell you what this one is, and I hadn't even noticed it the other day. So we've got whatever he is. I'll have to look it up, but it's not looking familiar to me. This has got lots of flowers on it. Looking at the tag, I think this is a Hubbard squash, and there is some more fruit. Oh, this one didn't get pollinated, so we'll just pull them off. You don't need to worry about that one. And there's another one over there. I think I need to drag you this way. And if we go in here, look at this one. He's just so big. And he's been big for a while. He's looking great. On the opposite side here, I do have a patty pan that's growing, so that's great. But this, what are you? So those are the kabocha squashes. And there was so many little starts, but they didn't get pollinated. All of these in here. But there is more coming. The goal is to stake up these zucchinis. This one is not looking as good as the other one that's across the way. I'm wondering if when I started to stake it up, if I accidentally, hit some roots or something. But we are going to be tying these up. But the zucchini that I got off of this one, it was just absolutely massive when I got home. Trimmed it up and gave it to some friends. So our spaghetti squash, which is fabulous. There are squashes growing all over the place. Beautiful. Here is another barrage. And in here, again, I snuck in some sugar pie pumpkin seeds. And so we've got 2 of them growing in here. Moving into the mid-yard where the grass is nice and brown. The zinnias, gaillardia, and the olive tree. The zinnias are looking beautiful. Like, look at how gorgeous this is. And actually, they tell you to get them to grow more. You come down to the first leaves and cut it off. He'll need to come into the house and be put into some water so he can still stay beautiful. The lavender is replacing itself beautifully, so I'll be able to come and trim all this to dry for my sachets. But here is a very cool discovery. Every time I talk about my fruit salad tree, which is supposed to have 4 on them, and I said it just ended up being a plum tree. But if you come and look where the plums are, these leaves look like this. And then there is this other branch where the leaves look like that and the fruit looks like this. Those are mini nectarines. Yay! So my fruit salad tree does have 2 fruits on it. So I am gonna have to look up what do I need to do to prune it and to keep it going. But that's the first time. And the peach tree, she's all decorated up with her organza bags, and this is to keep bugs and critters from eating them. Last year we had our first 2 peaches, best peaches we ever had. So still very firm, not ready. Are you laying in the sunshine, Dottie? Would you like to come out? Okay, call everybody else. You're laying in the sun all fanned out. Oh, and you were having a dust bath. Come on, chickens. Come on, chicken babies. Come on, chickens. Come on. Oh, you went the wrong way. Oh, but you came back out. And into the backyard we go. We've got a bit of construction going on over there, but our bird's eye chilies, looks like we're getting some flowers on them. So that's great. They are beefing up a bit. Onions are looking good. Our hot pepper alley. The peppers are all getting big. The broccoli looks much better. And we've actually harvested out some heads. The corn is really scattered in there, which is a bit disappointing. We've already picked a couple of cucumbers, a little bit behind on those, but this one has got lots of fruit on it, as does this one. And then sliding over to our tomatoes. Again, a month later and everything is absolutely massive. It's incredible. We're gonna go up to our strawberries and loofahs. So the strawberries are not getting as big in their plant life as I would like. Okay, so last year, the coop, which is right there, I was taking the poop and I was throwing it in there. So I have a feeling that the ground is not quite as viable as it should be for strawberries. The loofah is starting to grow a little bit more, which is great. And asparagus is all in the way. And that one there. And then right in behind, apple trees all have their organza leaves on them. They're looking good. This grape that I bought last year has fruit on it, and it's just in a pot, which is awesome. Lots of apples. The anise is looking really great. And finally, I have some yam slips. And then up to garden bed number 2. These are cabbages that were babies from my original cabbages from last year. It does look like I'm getting some pickling cukes, actually. I think we need to come and do a little bit of a cleanup in here. Oopsie. I guess we have a cucumber for the ladies or for seeds. I also put in drying beans in here, so that's great. 2 of my sunflowers there and there. It looks like I will get 2 sunflowers, so that's not bad. Hello, chicken babies. Oh, do not bite my finger. Do not bite my finger. Hello. Garden bed 3, where I did plant some onions, and we did harvest out a broccoli out of here, and from the looks of it, I've got a gorgeous cauliflower ready to be picked. Oh yeah. And there again is an overripe pickling cuke. Stuff happens when you're away. Espaliered tree again with the organza, and that's also where I was having the aphids, but I had all of those ladybug pupas that came and ate all of the aphids, and we are aphid free. Lots of fruit on these thornless blackberries, which is just fabulous. And even some rogue celery is here. When we come to the back side of garden bed 1, this is where the beans are. So I do have beans. I do not know what kinds they are. I didn't mark them down. This is a bush bean, which is great. And we do have some bush bean fruit here, which is awesome. But yes, hello, tomatillo. Hello, chicken. Hello, chicken. Hello. Somebody was throwing out these planters, and so I've just put them here on the side of my house here. And in here, I've repotted up the lemon trees. So they're looking fantastic. Our basil. And then the herb garden and the lettuce, which is like, we are done. Please take us out. I've turned on the misters for under the pergola, so that's going to keep it nice and cool. And it also just helps the plants do very well. Across the patio, I've decided I would grow the nettle in here. And so it's going to be self-contained and take care of itself. Cardamom is looking great. And my blueberries, which are just in pots, we are getting fruit, which is great. Here are those tomatoes again. They're looking great. I'm hoping this year that we are going to get a bumper crop of tomatoes because we do want to make a lot of tikka masala. So I have one more thing that I wanted to show you up in my greenhouse studio. While we were away, my farm sitters, who are my 2 dear friends, who came and weeded my back garden with my daughter, well, had a little conversation with one of them and said, you know, in the fall when things are died down, would you come and help me organize my studio? And so, again, while we were away, she came and organized my studio, and you have to see this. It is absolutely exquisite. So she's moved my drying rack over to this side. I can still access it from both sides. Moved the very heavy piano over to this side. So we have basically, here's the music corner. She painted over this because it had water damage on it. Everything is all tidy and organized. Got this planter to put my peppers on. So these are the sweet peppers in here. Brought in this cute chair with a cushion and the carpet. Made another wall. Well, the photos have blown down, but there were more photos of my music life in there. And then this is just amazing. She got this beautiful wall unit and sorted all my stuff and put the dresser over here. I am so blessed. And a little mirror there. And all my little special trinkets are in here. Just absolutely beautiful. Yes, I ugly cried when I walked into this room and saw it. There is so much space, and it just has this peaceful vibe in it, organized, clean. It is just absolutely amazing. And these two sisters that have become such dear friends to Marissa and I they've just changed our lives, and we love working with them and helping with some of the projects that they go and volunteer for. And I just feel so blessed that they would do such a wonderful gift for me while I was away. I hope you enjoyed this farm tour, and the differences within just this month have been just astounding. I am so grateful. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care. God bless. Cleo, uh, why are you walking on the lavender? You're going to end up pooping on the lavender. You need to get off the lavender. Come on. Out you go. Out you go. Come on. Come on. Out you go. Out you go. Both of you out. You do not need to come in my clean studio. Out you go. Out you go, chickens. Go be outside chickens. You do not need to be house chickens.